TikTok has been banned, and the effects that it's had on your brain are not going away. Oh, well, okay. Emotional whiplash. At least you're not this guy. One night we're saying heartfelt goodbyes, and the next, bam, we're back to doom scrolling.
I can't believe you came. That's what she said.
People were mourning the loss of a business or a brand they worked so hard to build, or mourning the loss of great content like this.
Lamb-fed, caramel skin, 5 fathers, bitch, you 10.
Truly a massive cultural loss. I need the dude skateboarding and drinking cranberry juice while listening to Fleetwood Mac vibes in my life again. But what does TikTok actually do to your brain over years and years? Well, grab your ocean spray and cozy in, because I'm Anya Koné, you're watching Headword, and the Headword of the week is TikTok.
Tonight's program.
Is TikTok a blue pill? Good for us. A fun way to connect and pass the time? Or a red pill? A toxic place tearing society apart? TikTok is addictive, plain and simple. You start using it a little, and then you're using it a lot.
I need it!
Giggles, moodang, tears, and a never-ending source of hot takes all in one place. There's truly not another platform like it. When we're catching ourselves scrolling and scrolling.
Hold on, you've been scrolling for way too long now. Maybe you should get some food, get some water, and then come back later.
It's because we've entered a flow state. We've all had those nights where we've been scrolling for over an hour and said to ourselves, okay, the next funny video is my last one. Then you see a funny video, but it wasn't quite funny enough for you to feel satisfied. You want more dopamine to be released, so you keep scrolling. Sounds like chasing highs?
What do you mean by that?
TikTok is like a drug. 24% of TikTok users would qualify as addicted based on DSM diagnostic criteria. Addiction means that it disrupts the natural balance of life, of your brain and your behaviors. No one thing should have your brain's attention 100% of the time, unless it's moodang. Long may moodang reign. But with addiction, your brain is pumping dopamine into your anticipatory reward pathway. It wants you to keep coming back just in case you strike TikTok gold. To get that gold, however, you have to sift through a lot of brain rot. What is rotting? Our real-life ability to communicate and connect. It can be fun to find something great and share it with your friends after pulling it out of the deepest well of trash content. But the experience itself can present problems. Over 70% of Gen Z, Millennials, and Gen X agree that TikTok is addictive, but less than 40% from each group say it actually harms their mental health. So what gives? How are we juggling this double-edged sword, and why do we convince ourselves that TikTok isn't that bad?
You're addicted. Admit it.
One thing both watchers and participators value equally is escapism. Leaving our daily life behind to be somewhere else. That's the beauty of TikTok, is that anywhere else is an option. There is something for everyone. TikTok is fantastic when it comes to creating community. Who doesn't want more friends? Something about scrolling through so much content, even a lot of it being bad, creates a high-risk, high-reward experience for the user. And sharing those with your friends is a blast. When we really connect with other people, we go through a process called pair bonding. We feel empathy for a person, a group, or animal and start caring about them, all of which you would find in a healthy community. Pair bonding is facilitated by the neurotransmitter oxytocin, commonly known as the love hormone. This is so important because oxytocin enhances the addictive effects of dopamine once we've bonded with someone. Simply put, we stay on the app because the feeling of being part of a community enhances the feeling of addiction. It's everything your brain wants and none of the hard existential choices. But isn't freedom of choice a good thing?
It's not true. That's impossible.
So I present either option, red pill or blue pill.
Red. I'm actually starving. You know what?
So what are you watching today? Ask the all-knowing algorithm, the mysterious, omnipotent being on the other side of the curtain. The algorithm loves engagement, content that has the most likes, shares, and comments. On the surface, this is a beautiful thing. Encouraging people to engage with content creates a more lively virtual world. The algorithm doesn't push content just because it has the right hashtags or a ton of views. But really, we are being manipulated. Hashtag I welcome our billionaire overlords. The algorithm focuses on content that communities care about and discuss. And for human nature, that can often mean we interact with things that make us mad. that feel unfair. I mean, think about all the videos you've watched of a Karen going nuts. It all gets boiled down. The more stuff you interact with, the more the algorithm gets to know you and builds your feed, your bubble. Your FYP represents an understanding of your displayed interests. In a massive pool of users and creators, some things can be missed and some things overserved. TikTok is a powerful virtual society, full of niche identities, communities, and cultures. And when the algorithm doesn't accurately reflect the complexity of a human experience, it can be incongruous. Feeling left out in a world of infinite possibility is especially othering when your connection to the world is not other people, but rather your phone. Relying on a digital and automated means of connection is isolating. TikTok's ability to create a culture around the dissemination of information is in large part due to its global audience. We have access to knowledge from all walks of life. Remember when we were all on prison TikTok? I learned how to make a very impressive shank out of a comb and a ketchup packet. The beauty of TikTok is that what's trending is a direct reflection of what we believe is worth our attention. That's everything from Josh and Mama's cooking to a call for a ceasefire in Gaza. Regardless of if it's life-changing, it's significant because we say it is. Trends are invitations for us to engage with a global population on shared interests and topics, and there's a beauty in that. At the same time, there maintains a risk of cultural appropriation and tainted authenticity. Plenty of people steal others' ideas and pass them off as their own. It's like a whole app of Carlos Mencia's.
Come on, man, do you know what it's like? Being a comedian but not being funny?
For trends and memes to spread, they have to be understood by the society they're born into, and typically have an unexpected element of humor.
Happy birthday, Grimace. Let's give it a taste. That's pretty good.
Bonus points for versatility and replicability. And lastly, they have to be transmittable. This is what TikTok is best at, creating and holding space for the user base's highest interests. Memes, dances, challenges. They spread like crazy because TikTok is built for sharing, something that is extremely powerful when in the hands of the public. The TikTok ban was anticlimactic and fast.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Still, it left a lot of people big mad.
I'm gonna call 911.
I opened the app multiple times in the 12 hours that it was gone in hopes of getting that dopamine hit. But getting access back made me realize how much I rely on a virtual reality as part of my day-to-day life. I 1000% would have missed my favorite creators, learning about things I would have never even known to ask about, and feeling like I'm in on a worldwide inside joke. That said, if it stayed gone, I also would have spent less time doom scrolling and getting more sleep. It's hard to give up having the world at your fingertips, the exposure to different human experiences, the global community, and the promise of a little bit more dopamine. Because at the end of the day, freedom isn't just about choosing your poison. It's about having the choice at all. Maybe I am addicted to being part of the in-group, but that's my use of free will. So is TikTok bad? Was the ban good? Or is there such a thing as too much of a good thing? Red pill or blue pill? The decision's yours. I'm Anya Koné. See you next time.
Eat the cat, 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 eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats.